So before I forget, please, if you like my videos, like and subscribe. Press that little bell and go find my other channel, The Composting Worm Lady. Please subscribe there. I really appreciate it. By the end of next year, I'd like to have the 1,000 over there so that I can get that going. So let's get this started here. Well, good morning. You notice it's a little darker in here. I have to turn the light on. We had a bulb that went bad up there and Joe changed it, so we need to, I think I need to replace that whole thing, so we need to call an electrician. So I've been turning it off at night. But you see the other light stays on, so it's not a problem, because as long as there's some kind of ambient light, the worms won't leave. They won't leave their mama to go on the floor. So yesterday I fed everyone. Sometimes I just like to look and just see what's going on in here. All right, these are all cocoons. So let's peek in here. Oh, these are the ones that are growing. They're growing up to get chunky. So let's check on this wall. I just did these guys. So a really nice viewer, he told me why I start out with a 1/4 pound and then I end up harvesting like 1.5 pounds or something like that. And it makes sense what he said. You can go find his comment down there and go on his page. He says, and I believe it, that the reason is the moisture level. It's like they absorb the water. So it makes them weigh more. So when I take them out, they weigh more. And it just looks like so many of them, like more, but I understand. And he's probably right. So look at this worm chow, how they're eating it. They love it. Look at them all mixed in here. I'm gonna go package up some worm chow. Thank you for those that are placing orders. I really appreciate it. I could use the money now for the holidays, and especially the spring coming up. I know we worm farmers, we do this all winter, but we're always thinking ahead of springtime. Wow, these ate it already. Oh my gosh, I put a lot in here. Look, gobbled it up overnight. They're so cute. I love them. Where's that new little bottle Joe got me? I wanted to show you. Oh, it's in my pocket. So he gave me this and I love it. I actually use one of these upstairs to put my mouthwash in it. And then you just, you take this off and you just squirt it in your mouth. But I thought in here, just to give them a little squirt, I could make my molasses water in here and just give them a squirt. And then it's easy on my hands to squeeze a little bit, so because just a little bit like shoots out, so I don't have to really press really hard. So I think this is gonna work really nice. And there was a really hard piece over here on the tip, and he took sandpaper and he got it down, so it's nice and smooth now, so I don't get scratched. So that's my new little bottle. They come in groups of like 4 or 6 or something. I'm not even sure. So remember yesterday, I did the banana trick to see if I have any babies. It's only been overnight and I'm gonna go look at it, but we'll probably see more in another day or 2, but I'm gonna take you. Okay, so this is the bin. So in order to see if I have babies, because I told you sometimes I just can't see them, I put a banana in and I just lift it to see if there's like any action. But honestly, it's a little too soon to see anything. So we're gonna have to wait another day or 2 and give them a chance to find it. But that's definitely a good way to see the worms, because remember, worms love sweet things, so they're gonna realize that that's sweet and they're gonna just flock to it. So we're gonna keep this one out like that, so I know that that's the banana one. So tomorrow I'm gonna keep harvesting my my nursery adult overflow bins here, but I think I have to go look at the other ones, and I'm gonna continue to fill this breeder wall. I might declutter all of this and put more breeder bins there because I'm gonna need the room, and I have bins for all the shelves. I just have to get them. But everything's going well. It's going well. It's nice and warm in here, so the worms like it, but they like it on the cool side too. So let's see. It's still holding steady at 70. Let me see if I turn the slide off, we get the glare out of here. Still holding at 70, and the humidity is between 40 and 50. So not bad. Not too bad. So I cleaned up in here. I swept and Swiffered. I have my cart. I spilled some worm chow. I actually had the little scoop on the counter, and I didn't realize it was full. And when I picked it up and flipped it, it went flying. Well, luckily it didn't land on me, because usually I'm the victim that gets covered with everything. This is tub number 4. I noticed that this tub has been getting drier more than the others because the boiler is right behind me. So I've been keeping a close eye on this and keeping it moist. But guys, there's a lot of worms in here because every time I add food overnight, like, it's gone. So these are my adult worms, but there are cocoons and babies and everything in here, and they all hatch and grow up in here. My tubs here, I feed them worm chow, but I also give them other things. I give them leftover scraps or, you know, whatever I have, because it's like everything else in life, guys. There has to be balance, you know? Yeah. I mean, I think you can feed only worm chow, but I bet if you do it for years and years and years, I don't know. You just got to give them something else, poor things. You know, they need vitamins too. So that's what I do. But I only do that, remember, I have 6 of these. So I only do that when I know I'm gonna harvest the other ones and not this one. Like, this is number 4. I'll only do that if I know I'm gonna be working with 1, 2, and 3. Because by the time I get to number 4, the whatever I put in here will be gone. Plus, you know what? In this room with the boiler behind me and it being warm, it really helps keep up the moisture in here. So I gave them a banana too. Let's see how they're doing with that. I noticed that when I put something squishy like that, the worms around it get more active. It's like they get very excited. They're like, yay! I'm sure there's going to be a worm bowl down here. Not as big as I thought. But yeah, they're liking it. And I just put this in there, what, I think it was yesterday. So look at that little cocoon in here. See how brown it is? So imagine that little thing mixed in with all the castings. No wonder I can't see them. Look, there's one. That little cocoon's about to hatch. So look, when you put it there, you can't really see it. But I got me some new glasses, some new reader glasses. You want to laugh? I always call my reader glasses my reflectors. And Joe thinks that is hilarious. So when I say my reflectors or my he knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so are you ready for another story? Oh my gosh, there's another avocado thing down here. And I planted the other one, Anne. I'm referring to Anne from Plant Obsessed. She's been watching this avocado thing in my worm bins for a while. And she finally said, plant it already. So I did, I planted it. Watch the thing die now. Okay, story time. You can tell I've had a lot of coffee. I started talking really fast and yeah. All right. So I told you that I was going to tell you the story about the goose. So I'll tell you that as I work with some of my worms. So Joe and I met in New Jersey. Actually, I was a dental assistant, and Joe worked in the World Trade Center, and I worked in the town right across the river from Manhattan called Hoboken. And he worked in the Trade Center, and he would come and get his teeth done. So naturally, you know, I worked there, and I had to help assist in his teeth and, you know, x-rays and all that stuff. So I would he would come in, and that's how we met. And you know, he'd wink at me like as me and my boss are working on him, and oh my gosh, I'd be so embarrassed. But anyway, that's how we met. So we decided one day there was this historical thing going on in West Jersey, something of a Native American village we wanted to visit. Because he knows I like all those kind of, you know, all those different things. I like to see different things. And how many are in here? A pound. I'm going to probably divide this soon. So we decided to go and visit the village, and it showed like all the ways they live, their houses, and it was really, really nice. So we decided to have lunch there. Now, I can't remember if we bought lunch there or we took a picnic. But anyway, we're sitting down on these like camping tables, like those wooden tables in parks. And I see the geese, and they're big. They're pretty big. So I'm like, oh, they're so cute. I want to feed one. He's like, no, don't feed it, because then they're going to come over here. I said, I don't care. I want to see one. So, you know, I don't listen to anybody. So I throw food over there, and, you know, they start getting closer. So knowing him, you know what he did? He took a piece of food and he put it on the seat right next to me, which is like, it was like a few inches from my leg. So one of the goose obviously saw the food there and comes flying to get this piece of food. Now we're talking, these birds were big. They were like, if I'm standing, their head's probably to my chest. So naturally, I didn't know the food was there. I thought the bird was coming in for the kill, you know, and I got scared, and I put my leg up and I went, ah, and that thing opened its wings and was ready to attack me. It started going hissing, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. He's laughing his head off. And then I realized what the goose was after. Yeah, it wasn't after me. It was after what Mr. Joe left on the seat next to me. We laughed so hard. It was funny. So the next time I film, I'll tell you the story of my encounter at the African safari place in Texas. Guys, honest to God, I think the only animal that I haven't had a confrontation with is a shark. But you watch. I'll go in the ocean and they'll come see me. So I'll tell you that story. It is hilarious. And you know, that story, we have one of those old VHS cameras. You know, that video has to be on one of those somewhere. I don't even know if we can find it or if we have a VHS player, but I know that he filmed the entire thing. Yeah, so it was pretty funny. So next time I see you, I'll tell you that story. So these guys are doing well. They're 1 pound in here. I'm going to just continue to put the 1/4 pound because I'm afraid that they're going to just get so big in here that they're going to want to self-regulate. So self-regulating is when they think they're overcrowded, some of them start dying off. And that's the last thing we want, you know. We don't want them dying off because we want them reproducing. So look how nice they are. I love the little yellow tails. Most of them have it. Sometimes I see it brighter on others, more dull on others. But, you know, some of the European night crawlers have the little yellow tails too. So the way you know the difference is their size. You know, they'll get big. So, but this bin is doing well. So I'm not going to feed them today because I fed yesterday and I'm going to come down and feed tomorrow everybody. So I just try to do it all the same day unless I think there's an emergency or something and then I just have to. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. Where did I leave the plastic? Oh, look, I have a banana sitting here. Skin. Let's treat them to a banana skin. You're getting a treat. So yeah, I've had a lot of funny things happen to me. And that's why I laugh so much. You either laugh or you cry, and I'm not doing that, so you laugh. All right, let's cover it back up. Let's get him back on the wall. So that's the one I checked on. He's doing well. I'm going to leave this alone for now. And then today's Monday. Today I work, but I usually come down here after work because I don't come home tired. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. There's some things I want to do upstairs. Some chores and, I'm getting ready for Christmas and, all that stuff. So, plus I like to clean. So, yesterday I cleaned our bedroom and the floor. So, I might do the living room today. We'll see. I don't know. So, anyway, I hope you like this video. Guys, go check out my other channel and please subscribe. Let's see, what am I up to? I think I'm up to 220 over there. So I don't know. I'd like to reach the 1,000 so that I could monetize that one too. Because all the monetization from my YouTube channel gets reinvested into this room. It is not cheap to feed these people. And, I don't cheap out on products. I just don't. I like using good quality things. And I like using, what's most important is what I think works and keeps them healthy. So... yeah, we also have underneath my video, there's a little button that says super thanks or super, yeah, something like that. And it's a button where you can donate anything. I mean, it could be as little as $1 to whatever amount you want. So, since I've been monetized, YouTube allowed that to be enabled. So if you could press it and just, every little bit counts in my eyes to help keep this going. So I appreciate you all so much. And subscribe and like. And my other channel is the Composting Worm Lady. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Tip of the day. Always wash your hands. Always wash your hands. Especially under your nails and everything. Because worm farming is a dirty career, guys. It is dirty. Dirty career.